Hello, welcome to Mind Your Business. I am Amma Duncan. I love to support the growth of individuals and businesses with entrepreneurial skills development trainings, personal development trainings, coaching, consulting, books, and basically anything that will help us all to grow so that we can create wealth and impact people. And so Mind Your Business is my weekly video podcast. Here we get to talk about development in entrepreneurship, career, and any areas of our lives that we need to grow. Every Tuesday at 12 noon GMT on this YouTube channel, I bring you Mind Your Business. And today I get to read yet again from my book, Yarns of Inspiration II. So this is my third book, and all throughout the month of November, I am reading different chapters from this book. This book is also on sale in this month of November, and I'm going to share more details with you. Stay tuned. So Yarns of Inspiration II has 33 chapters, about 233 pages. And I've read 3 chapters already. This is going to be my fourth yarn. And the title is My Husband and His Friends. Yarn 29. Hello there. I love the Christmas holiday season. This year, that's 2018, my family hosted a fufu party on Christmas Day, which went really well. I used rabbit meat for the first time, and it was just bae. Anyway, since I couldn't invite all of you into my house, I thought the least I could do is to share with you some inspirational stories that I heard during this party. Usually, during the holidays, we invite my husband's old friends of over 20 years and their families. And you know what old friends like to do, right? Reminisce. To the glory of God, they are all successful young Ghanaian professionals and entrepreneurs contributing their quota to the economy of Ghana. When you see them now, it is difficult to imagine the hustling they have had to go through in life, especially to get the good education, much less the ghettos they grew up in. I will share a few of their stories using pseudo-names. Oko desperately wanted to travel abroad while at the university, like most young men at the time in his neighborhood in Swami, Kumasi. The surest way to make it out of poverty was to travel abroad. This was what they strongly believed. We couldn't stop laughing as he told us about one particular attempt to travel to the UK, where he submitted his documents to the UK High Commission on a Friday and was told to come and collect his visa the next day. He called his friends back home that he had gotten the visa and was so ecstatic that in his usual Oko fashion, borrowed some money to throw a mini party in Accra to celebrate. Little did he know that his life would change on Monday. He got to the High Commission only to be informed that they had noticed his date of birth as stated on the visa forms did not match their records, and hence he was being refused the visa. Apparently, someone on campus had advised him to change his date of birth for whatever reason. He was totally crushed. How was he going to tell his friends at Swami that things hadn't turned out as planned? Besides, he had borrowed some money to organize the party with the assurance that he was going to work in the UK and repay it when he returned. Oh boy. While he was waiting for his documents, including his passport, to be returned to him, he recalled that a friend of his had mentioned that there was a unit instituted to arrest those involved in visa fraud. Panic gripped him as he thought to himself, "Look at where I come from in Swami. Who will come and bail me if I get arrested?" Without waiting for his passport, he ran out of the High Commission for his dear life. He recounted that the bus ride back home was one of the saddest experiences. To add pepper to his injury, among his friends who went on that day, he was the only one who was refused a visa. Ouch. What about Teria? In his own words, he had not been really serious as a young man because he didn't really know what he wanted in life. In those days, many students worried about what they would do after they graduated from the university, especially for those who didn't have rich parents to give them a head start. Hence, the quest to travel abroad was his lifeline. It was the only way to make it in life, he thought. So when he got the necessary documents to apply for a UK visa, it was a life or death affair for him. Well, thankfully, he didn't die when the consular officer, upon checking his documents, said, "You claim your invitation letter was mailed from the UK along with these other documents. Yet all the others have been folded except the invitation letter. How do you explain this?" His mind went blank at that moment. Long story short, this was a very sad day for him too. As for Nana, he went to the same high commission with a lot of confidence. In fact, he even met a lady friend there and coached her on how to answer the interview questions. You see, this was not his first attempt. He was an experienced visa refugee, but was certain that this was his time. His confidence was boosted further when the lady he had coached was given the visa. Oh, this will be easy as ABC, he thought. Unfortunately, his fake documents were detected easily, and when he was questioned, he didn't even bother to argue. He just picked up his documents and walked out quietly. He walked and walked until he got to Kwame Nkrumah Circle. To say he was sad would be an understatement. He went to a small bar and bought himself alcohol, after which he got onto the bus and closed his eyes. The next thing he knew, he was being woken up to get off the bus as they had arrived at Asafo in Kumasi. Likewise, Kofi had tried countless times to get a visa abroad. While on campus, he didn't even care about exam and all that. He was usually going about in search for documents that would help him to travel abroad. In fact, on one occasion, he and another friend, after many visa refusals, devised a plan to get visas to Yugoslavia, fly KLM, and run while on transit in Europe. Imagine the roar of laughter when the men in the room remembered this particular time. One of them joked, Kofi was so desperate to leave Ghana that even a visa to Togo would have made him happy. He recalled one particular visa refusal which was so painful to him that he found himself on a Ford bus to Kumasi instead of the usual OA bus he preferred. Guess what song was playing as he entered the bus? Adani Bestis, Sewu Brena Wenya Fanusa, translated, if you struggle and don't get it, don't lose heart. Akusa was the lucky one among them. From his first year in university, he started traveling to the UK to do what we called on Legon campus international any work during vacations. This Bogalando would return to campus semester after semester with the latest Nokia phone, fresh clothes, etc. because he worked very hard doing menial jobs. He said after some time, he thought the UK was not favorable enough, so he went to the US instead. After university, he returned to the US for a couple of years, still doing menial jobs. He was not progressing, so he left for the UK again, thinking things would get better. Boy, was he in for a ride. After another couple of years and still unable to obtain legal documents and progress in life, he decided to return home to see if life would be better here. This, of course, was unheard of. Who left the UK to seek greener pastures in Ghana, right? This was then. Let me tell you about these 5 now. Oko now works for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Ghana and has been posted twice to different countries as a consular officer. Through his work, he has had many different traveling opportunities, including UK, US, and some European countries. Interestingly, once he visited his friends in the UK, those who had been given visas on the day he had been refused, remember? Well, these friends looked at him in amazement because he was doing so well and could travel to wherever he wanted. However, they, the friends, had to watch their backs even while stepping out of their homes because they were still illegal migrants in the UK. Life is some way indeed. Teria also works for an international NGO and travels abroad a lot these days. At least once a year, he attends conferences in the US or other countries. Nana is a businessman, the very epitome of resilience. After the many refusals, he decided to focus on making it in Ghana. He worked so hard as a direct sales staff at a bank, which helped him to excel as a relationship manager at another bank afterwards. Later, he quit his job to start his own business, which opened doors for him to travel to the UK, Dubai, and other countries. Money was not an issue for him at all. Yes, as I write this, business has not been so good, but has he given up to go and hustle abroad? No. Knowing him the way I do, I have every confidence that he will bounce back because that is exactly how resilient people behave. Kofi deserves a standing ovation. He is easily the richest among them with businesses all over, and he travels to wherever he wants, whenever he wants. As for Akusa, he returned with a determination to succeed, but fear gripped him initially when he couldn't find a job, so he attempted to return to the UK. Thankfully, he was refused a visa and hence he had no choice but to focus on making it living right here in Ghana. After hustling in Accra for 6 months, he found a job. He worked as hard as he had while abroad. He had a very positive attitude and learned all he could within the short time he was there. He then found a job in a multinational organization. As I write this, he's an executive there and has recently started his own fashion consultancy. The awesome thing about these 5 is that they started making it right here in Ghana. And for some, even before they finally got to see the so-called greener pastures. So if the grass is really greener across the ocean, why do they return home to continue their businesses here? Surely, after such desperation to travel abroad, they should have returned to take their whole family abroad as others do. You know why they haven't? They have discovered the secret that eludes most of us. Africa is a gold mine. We are all in this economy which is hard and unbearable. Businesses are not doing well, there is corruption, our people are not supportive, and blah, blah, blah. All the excuses we can think of. Yet, in our midst are rich people who keep getting richer as we moan. We like to think that the rich get their money through illegal means, but really, is this always the case? Young Ghanaian man or woman trying desperately to travel across the ocean for greener pastures. Open your eyes. If a Ghanaian can make it in Ghana, so can you. If a Ghanaian can own businesses in Ghana, so can you. I once heard of a man who said he doesn't even mind going abroad and going mad there. Really? The news hardly tells us stories of poor people on the streets of countries across the ocean. I have seen with my own eyes diseased, homeless people with flies hovering over them, begging for money. If you think hustling in this our hot weather is tough, try sleeping outside the train station in minus 15 degrees Celsius weather. Trust me, you don't want to. Please, if you're an Oko, Teria, Nana, Kofi, or Akusa, trying desperately to travel abroad by any means necessary, think again. Actually, I have a similar story too, only not so dramatic. Today, I get invited to different countries for various reasons on full scholarship. This is what happens when it is your time. Period. Stop selling your properties to pay a connection man to send you abroad. Some of the prices I hear of even break my heart. If you are innovative enough to come up with such an amount, use that innovativeness to thrive in this economy. Trust me, a time will come when you will say no to trips abroad to attend to more pressing needs in Ghana. Just so you know, I am not implying that it is not possible to find prosperity abroad. Far from it. In fact, I have several friends who made it while seeking greener pastures in other countries. My point here is, others have made it right here in Ghana, and so can you or anyone who puts their mind to it. Don't waste another peswa on some connection. Find something to do with your hands, even if no one is willing to employ you. Find a problem around you to solve which can generate income. You will be surprised at how you can make money right here if you focus your attention here and stop looking over there. Determined to stay here in Ghana, God will bless your hustle. And by the way, one of these 5 men is my husband. Can you guess which one? Ama XX. My goodness, reading this story brings so many positive memories. So like I mentioned, I wrote the story in 2018. Many of these stories happened about 23 or so years ago. And by God's grace, these young men, well, they are still young. They're in their 40s, but they are young. They are doing so well to His glory. Listen, it's possible to make it right here in Ghana. I have worked abroad. I have also worked in Ghana. The kind of money I earn right here in Ghana. Oh my goodness. All I want to say is, look, if you've been trying to go abroad because you believe that is where your gold mine is and it's not working, there is a reason. Stay here. Determine in your mind that, look, I'm going to make it work. Others have done it, and so can I. And then just make it work. When God is ready to send you abroad to whichever country, He will send you. Don't force it. Okay? You can make it right here. Others have made it, and so can you. All right, so that ends my episode of Mind Your Business. This week, I'm asking us to mind our own Ghanaian businesses, right? Mind what we are doing here. And I've just read from Yearns of Inspiration, my 3rd book. Oh, I love it, don't you? Anyway, so like I mentioned earlier in the video, this book is on sale throughout this month of November. You can pre-order it. I've added the link. Anywhere in Ghana, that's like a major city or town, the Obuasis, the Kumasi, Accra, Koforidia, we are getting DHL to send it to you. So for the full price of the book and the delivery, it's discounted. So you pay 100 Ghana cedis only. Shipments will start going out in December. So grab this opportunity. You can gift it to someone you really, really want to encourage. Contains 33 short, beautiful stories that will help you, that will encourage and inspire you as well. And then, of course, you can get ideas from them. Not because I wrote it, but it speaks to me, especially the story I even read, right? So yeah, click on the link. You can also get this on Amazon, either the Kindle or print-on-demand version. I got this particular copy from Amazon. You can get yours off there as well. Christmas is coming. What are you gifting to someone? Especially mentees. I love it when people buy my books for their mentees. People buy 20, 10, because they want to give it to their mentees. And God bless you for the support as well. So until the next time we meet, God willing, next week I'll read the final story from this. It's actually a speech I read at a very important conference, and I'm going to read it on this episode. Until then, please, let's mind our own businesses in Ghana, right here, or wherever it is you're watching, whichever country you find yourself in. Mind your business right there, okay? Prosperity is possible for you there as well. Ta!